Recently, an article in the New York Times described Glassboro State College as a meat and potatoes institution because we have always provided a solid education at a reasonable cost. Yet, Glassboro is known primarily for its role in hosting the 1967 Johnson-Kosygin Summit. Now, however, we're about to enter a new era. In the coming years, this institution will be known not just for our role as a historic site, but for the historic partnership we're entering into today and the resulting quality of our academic programs. Much has transpired since those hectic and exciting days in the summer of 1967. The Cold War is over, the threat of Soviet domination has ended, but there's still work to be done. Standing in the shadows of the Hollywood Summit, we understand that the only way to ensure everlasting peace is through the never-ending quest for wisdom, truth, and understanding. Today, with the help of Hank and Betty Rowan, this college will be better equipped than ever to support that quest. It is time for the peacemakers of this generation to prepare the peacekeepers of the next. As Lyndon Johnson himself once said, freedom is fragile if citizens are ignorant. Freedom is indeed fragile when the public education programs in this country are threatened by massive cuts in our operating budgets. The public colleges and universities of this great nation are to continue to provide enlightenment, and if we are, in fact, to inspire the peacekeepers of the 21st century, then we must look to the Henry and Betty Rowans of this country for their support. If institutions like ours are to survive in the 20th century and thrive in the next, we must continue to nurture the partnership between private industry and public colleges. This morning, I'm pleased to announce that Henry and Betty Rowan of Inductive Term Industries Incorporated have presented us with a gift of $100 million. New initiatives. Before I conclude, I would like to thank the members of our college community, the students, faculty, administrators, staff, alumni, and trustees, whose commitment to excellence has made this college what it is today, and whose continued efforts will always be the backbone of this institution. It is because of you that Henry and Betty Rowan have chosen us to be the recipient of this gift. I also wish to thank the members of our Development Fund Board who are responsible for setting us on the correct course of action in our fundraising efforts. I wish to thank the governor of this great state of New Jersey and all of the other elected leaders for their enduring support of our college. And my thanks also to the Chancellor of Higher Education and his staff and the members of the Board of Higher Education for their unending support of our college. And finally, thank you. But when the gift amounts to $100 million, a simple thank you. Hardly seems enough. Therefore, the first thing we will do in recognition of this gift will be to take the steps necessary to change the name of this institution to Rowan College of New Jersey. Such a name change is not unusual in higher education for a gift of this magnitude. And second, I would like to conclude today by offering not only our gratitude, but also this pledge, that as we enter this new era and prepare ourselves for the challenges of the future, all of us at this institution stand ready to accept our greatest challenge, our challenge to greatness. Thank you.
Give back a little bit to New Jersey and help it with its future, then it brings us a great deal of success. So both Betty and I are delighted to be able to do this, and we thank the people of New Jersey for having helped us make it possible, and I hope it goes a long way toward furthering the position of New Jersey in the hierarchy of states, and goes a long way toward furthering the values to the people of New Jersey. We're delighted, and thank you very much.
Most importantly for today, Lucinda is a graduate of Glassboro State College. And today, we all should derive a great amount of satisfaction in being here with a ringside seat for one of the more important moments in the history of American success stories. The Rowan family clearly are the ultimate Horatio Alger story. And this act of generosity on their part will stand as a beacon of enlightened philanthropy for all time, particularly here in New Jersey. As was stated by President James, the college will receive the largest private gift to a public college in our nation's history. The Rowan's gift represents a huge down payment on our state's high-tech, high-wage economic vision of the future. A future where college education is not thought of as a luxury, but really is an essential rung on the ladder of opportunity that we want to provide to all of our young people. This is something that's extremely important for all of us in this state and across the nation, because our minds are certainly not going to be just channeled into our local situation. As the Rowans exemplify their business, starting as a relatively small business, has now become multinational, so that good ideas do spread across the globe. This gift is a down payment on a vision that we all have for a stronger higher educational presence here in South Jersey. The southern part of our state has a bright future with new industry and new jobs and new development potential. We will be required to have a very strong higher educational presence in this region. And we're going to make the most of the virtues and the benefits that we have here for all of our people. Glassboro State College is already a star in our state college system. But this gift and the opportunity that it provides will mean that Glassboro will take a quantum leap forward for the people of this state and for the generations who are yet to come. So I would just express on behalf of all the people of this state, to the Rowans, our heartfelt thank you, as well as to the people here at the college, our appreciation for what it is that you've done to get us to this point. Congratulations and lots of good luck to everyone.
To further improve our existing college, including our School of Education, the very foundation on which this institution was built, so that we can train the teachers of the future for our elementary and secondary schools and become the leader in our governor's call for quality education at every level, to provide higher caliber college graduates for our businesses and industries, the opportunity to bring the best minds to campus to teach, motivate, and develop our students, to foster a strong economy that always surrounds a leading institution of higher education, to develop a quality, truly quality school of engineering, and the opportunity to serve our community in so many different ways. The challenge that you have given us is as large as your gift. We look forward to meeting this challenge. One final thank you must go to Phil Taminia, our Vice President for Institutional Affairs, whose persistence has truly made this possible, and to whom the entire college community owes a tremendous debt of gratitude. Thank you.
At this point, we will open the conference up to questions. We will only accept questions from the news media people, so if you would raise your hand, identify yourself, and then ask the question. Yes. The question is, why did Mr. Rowan select Glassboro?
On the area and the people in the area. Glassboro is already a splendid institution. They don't have the engineering courses that I think are important, and it seemed to be an institution that was bent on progress and excellence, and a place where engineering could make a great contribution to South Jersey. So I don't know that I want to say I selected Glassboro so much as Phil Taminia selected me. But it certainly fits the kind of thing that the kind of contribution, to think of it that way, that I would like to make to South Jersey in return for the success that we've enjoyed in South Jersey.
Good.
What other colleges did you consider when you reached the final decision?
Well, I don't know that I specifically studied colleges so much as I studied the areas, and this has been my area of interest. I grew up in New Jersey. I've worked in New Jersey all my life, and Glassboro just seemed to be an ideal posture to accept a gift of this type and to do a great deal with it. The burden now falls on Herman James to carry forth and make this school as famous and as well known in engineering as it has been in its other curriculum.
Yes.
Jerry Moore, very opposed to giving smaller amounts to other colleges in years past?
I'd have to say insignificant. I was given small donations to other schools, but I wouldn't want to mislead you into thinking that this was getting to be a habit.
Next question.
This gift is, I gather, it's earmarked toward building and developing a school of engineering. Will there be other schools at the college benefit from the gift? And so how much?
I leave that totally to the planning board here.
Are there any other questions? Right over here.
Jason
Burlington County Times. Yes.
First, I asked Mr. Rowan, how do you plan to follow up with the college and make sure your money is being used wisely? Will you be involved on the board of trustees? Will you be involved in all the board
Well, there's nothing formal planned with regard to involvement. However, I do look forward to following the progress in the development of, the planning for, the building of School of Engineering, and I would hope they would accept my involvement in making sure that the courses and the curriculum and the benefits that the students get from it is outstanding. I would be very disappointed if we had a mediocre School of Engineering in South Jersey that was not turning out top students and students who can make a real contribution to the society in which they find themselves.
No, we'll have to go through the normal processes. The first step will be to conduct a feasibility study to determine that there is such a need in South Jersey for an engineering program. After that's determined, we will go through the regular curriculum approval processes first here on campus, and then the proposal will go to the Department of Higher Education to be approved by the Board of Higher Education. We hope to be able to accomplish the program approval process within 2 years.
Yes.
We plan to, as you well know, Glassboro State College, which will become hopefully Rowan College, primarily focuses as a teaching institution. Obviously, our faculty are currently doing research and will continue to do
Induction melting furnaces. We make melting furnaces for those who aren't familiar with the work we do. We make melting furnaces for melting all types of metals, from precious metals, gold and silver in tiny quantities the size of this glass, to iron for the industrial products in furnaces, most the size of the stage, if you will. And we sell those all over the world. And I think research is what has made our furnaces successful in world markets. And yet we do our own. So I don't think it's up to colleges to conduct research for industry. I think it's basic research, perhaps.
You'll be retaining your own research still.
again.
You'll be retaining your own research.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Are there any other questions?
Yes.
Here?
Will the gift in any way affect the bottom line as far as tuition goes for other students, possibly the portion of the general endowment?
I'm sorry, Dawn.
The question is, will the gift affect the tuition for other students?
College has been committed to remaining affordable, and certainly we believe that this gift will help us to maintain that commitment to being affordable.
Yes.
Question for Dr. James. Glassboro recently enacted an austerity program because of financial reasons. My first question is, will this do anything to change that? And number two, there's been some talk among Glassboro faculty and other people about the possibility of Glassboro becoming a university. Will this aid that goal too?
You want to repeat the question?
The question is, will the gift have any impact on the planning that has occurred thus far? And secondly, will it have an impact on university status for the college?
On the first question, the strategic plan that was developed and approved by the Board of Trustees in December of last year, although one of the major aspects of the strategic plan has to do with the financial consideration, financial was not the only reason. It was also in terms of the long-range direction of the institution from a strategic thinking point of view, so that we plan to proceed with the recommendations that were adopted by the Board of Trustees at the December meeting. In fact, what this gift will allow us to do, if you recall, in the plan, there were some discussions and recommendations about some new directions and new initiatives, including looking at the possibility of establishing a School of Engineering, a School of Communications, doctoral program, head administration. So where this gift will help to enhance this would be in the areas of the new direction and new initiatives, in which we said we would only pursue those areas if we were able to acquire new resources. So clearly this gift would be new resources that will help us to move in those directions. As far as the reallocation section in the plan, we plan to continue to proceed with those recommendations. As far as the university status question, as you well know, I think we made it very clear in our document and other presentation, Glassboro has not necessarily pushed for a change in university status, because it has been our position that university status would be part of the inevitable progression and development of Glassboro State College. Again, I think this gift will help us to get this there in an expeditious fashion. So yes, Glassboro will become a university, but that's been our position for a long time.
All right, are there any other questions? Yes.
Of the money that will be used, Mr. James, how much will be used for the engineering school? How much for the general endowment?
We have no specification on that. We will spend whatever is necessary to have a high quality engineering program. That is the commitment.
Any other questions?
Bill, I would like to add to Chairman James's answer to the question on supplementing state support. I would be grossly disappointed if these funds were used in any way to simply supplement or really replace state support, because I think the state has an obligation to carry on the fine education institution that it has developed here. My hope is that these funds will be used to augment the programs to where Glassboro can become a even greater college and offer a far broader range of courses than the state might have been in a position to support. So if indeed the state backs out and doesn't support the institution as it has been, I'll be grossly disappointed.
If I can also, again, follow up on Mr. Rowan on that. That is the commitment. The commitment of the college in receiving this gift is not to replace reductions that may occur from the state. We will handle those reductions as we've normally done in the past. The purpose of this gift...
The gift is being made to the Development Fund Board, and the Development Fund Board has a committee that is specifically reviewing that question. We do have a short-term plan, and we are working on a long-term plan. The individuals who are involved are all experts in the area.
Can I make another comment, Phil, with regard to this feasibility study? I think if we had a feasibility study as to whether the world needed another induction furnace outfit about 35 years ago, it might have turned out they didn't need one. And apparently they did, because we've been really successful. Whether South Jersey needs an engineering school or not depends on how good that engineering school is. And I defy a feasibility study committee to make that determination unless they know how good a job this institution will do in building an engineering school. If you can build a good one, it's desperately needed. If you build a mediocre
I just want to get a sense of how packed this place is.
On that note, we're going to close the conference. I want to thank the governor and the chancellor and everyone else who attended. Thank you very much.
Well, I think most people obviously feel that education is a key to social mobility. Always has been the key to our ability to move forward. The difficulty, of course, in the last couple of years has just been general austerity. How do you apportion for all the needy concerns the limited dollars? This obviously is a helpful development.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us, President James, are there, other than the School of Engineering, what type plans do we have for allocation of these newfound funds?
Well, again, as I said, one of the things we were looking at is the feasibility for the School of Communications and the feasibility for doctoral studies in ed administration. We also will be inviting some distinguished scholars from around the world to visit with us and be here at Glassboro for a period of time, for maybe a year or 2 years, and share their sort of knowledge with our students and faculty here at Glassboro.
And what is the time frame for the transition between Glassboro State and Rowan College of New Jersey?
If it goes according to what we plan to do, it'll be effective September 1 of this year, 92. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Title, and please give us your feelings today in light of the recent announcement?
Richard Ambacher, I'm president of the College Senate, and it's a glorious day for Glassboro, soon to be Rowan, because Mr. Rowan made a very generous gift which will do two things, not just the things he outlined today in engineering school and other things, but it will be the seed money for further gifts, which I've heard rumors of, so that within maybe 3-4 years we should have $200 million endowment, which will really give us a leg up on excellence. Okay?
Thanks.
Right.
And
Rob Lewandowski.
Rob. Okay, so are you guys what, juniors, seniors?
I'm going to be a senior. Junior.
That means you won't be graduating from Glassboro State College any longer. Could you give us your feelings now about graduating from Rowan State, what are we going to calling it?
Rowan College.
Rowan College of New Jersey.
I think it's going to be very exciting. I'm thrilled about it. I think it's a wonderful gift, and I think being the first graduating class is going to be terrific.
What are you going to do with all your Glassboro State College memorabilia?
Yeah, when I first found out about this, I was like, I should start hoarding this stuff, collector's items, right? But, overall, I mean, look at this, Rowan College, eventually Rowan University. It's very promising. I think we're coming from, we're already a good institution, and I think an outstanding institution, and to bring it to this level, it's just going to make it look like I was a genius for choosing this college, quite frankly. That's it.
So no sympathy for, no sad feelings about leaving the name Glassboro State College behind?
Oh, I think that we're all a little emotional about it. We always, feel Glassboro in our hearts and all, but this is an amazing gift, and I think it's a tribute to Mr. Rowan to change the name of the school, definitely.